live Candlepin bowling. Finally, I have the time and money to do it. Putnam Street Lanes, Fitchburg. I guess you know where the New Year's Watch Me Suck at Bowling is going to start. Doing the Dirty Dozen. Of course, the first 5 games, because it's 5 Tuesdays this January. Those are Watch Me Suck at Bowling, so there's 7 games for you guys to watch. So, without further ado, let's get started. Start with the bowling dog's middle finger for 9. Remains for the 9. Far for the half. 9, 7, 9, and a pair of 8s. We are at 41. Barely keeping alive. Hello, Ben. crossing the camera. Put you over here. And didn't need to move it much, but there, now I don't have to cross. Except now. We're going to be waiting forever for that pin to stop rolling. Wait, let me just move this a little more. There we go. I think it's settled. Another beautiful lead. There's the Fitchburg City Anthem playing in the background. And a lousy sleep. Lousy 7, we need a mark. And the game is lost. That's a no. And here's a spoiler alert. This is the worst game of everything so far. So we're in the middle of a great collapse with a bunch of mediocrity in the middle. 78. No saving that one. Now to see if that lousy score wins me a free game. No, if I did worse with a 73, I would have won a free game. All right, game 7 for me, 2 for you. Hello, James, 1982. And Happy New Year to you when the time comes. frame of 4. There we go. That can help. Of course, it all depends on El Stinko, the bonus ball. Epco Urethane Proline. The only thing professional about this game. By the way, and Emily is nothing in ball 1 and everything in 2, so that was not done. Anyway, we got a 9 fill, king remaining. A lot of margin of error. I'm sure I'll find a pinhole that will not make it happen. Oops, I screwed up and did good. That's 2 in a row. And in Candlepin Bowling, if you get 3 marks in a row, strikes, spares, or any combination thereof, it's a turkey. So it's the only version of bowling I know of where a turkey can be more than just strikes. It can be spares and combination of. What will El Stinko be this time? Oh yeah, before I go, we're at the halftime. We start with a lovely 4, then a pair of 8s, then a spare, then the second spare, first ball knocking down 9 for that fill. We are at least 49, depending on what El Stinko does next. Oh yeah, you said practically. Hello, Hanny as well. And Ben, if I didn't say hi, I think I misread. But for those that don't know, Emily is nothing in ball 1 or you foul out. Then you get everything in the second ball. But let's see what El Stinko does. I'm going to jinx it by saying now I found an approach that works. It'll eventually die and I have to find something else. 8 fill, making it 49, 57 half. get a decent 9. It is great. That was an interesting way to get 10. I saw 2 ways of getting it, and that was not one of them. I was aiming for the middle finger. Anyway, it's still 9. And a 10. Much better, but a couple of decent spare fills got me to the over the $1 mark. Although my worst frame and still hitting $1 plus was a 1 frame. 4 is bad enough. Thank you, Ben. It's nice to have a triple-digit score, but does that match the random number? Let's find out since we're here. Nope. I had to suffer with a 91 to get the free game. Which from the disastrous previous time I was here, I did win a free game. So I'm playing 12 games and paying for 11. Any games you do win cannot be used for the very day that you bowled. So if I happen to have hit every single time on all 12 games and win 12 games, I can't use them today. Alrighty. So, number 8 for me and 3 for you. But 10 minutes. And that one slipped. That's a 4. So this game's probably another one that's jumped. Spare can help. Once again, time for El Stick of the bonus ball. Let's see what we get. We had nothing because the game was something. Now that almost was an Emma. And halftime. Lousy 6, 10, then a 4, then a spare with no fill, and a 9. We're only at 39. That's our king. Hello, Austin. King bowling. That's that's 10 pin. And if it's the entertainment place, I believe. I've heard the one in Massachusetts, this holds true, but I believe they're not regulation lanes, that apparently they're 10 feet too short. It could also be they didn't have enough land to do what they wanted and they cut 10 feet off in Massachusetts. Hello, Tom Riley. All right, let's continue this train wreck. Yeah, Marks haven't met much of anything in this game. But we got it. It's time for El Stinko. See if this one goes in the gutter. Just like the last one did. Yeah, might as well have. Pointless. Curse of the fill, that's a deuce. We need a marker. Nothing else will work. And that ends the game. Failed to mark. And this is failure number 2. Suck, 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 suck. That was okay. Great collapse is still going on. Lousy 76. Let's say yes. See if anything good comes out of it. The answer is no. It's one game too late. It should have come up with 103 the last time. Alrighty. Game number 9 for me and 4 for you. All right, that's 2 bad ones. Well, there's no tap out because, oh yeah, there is a tap out if we fail 3 more times. collapse continues itself. There's the omen. I'm not talking the lady. I'm talking about the pin setter malfunction. I love relay logic. All right, let's see how much of an omen it winds up being. That was overdue. So we have halftime, lousy 7, then the collapse ends with a pair of 9, another 9, and a strike. So far we got 44 with 2 I'll stinkle the bonus balls. Daily dollar short, my life. What will they add up to? And I have double striked here multiple times, not like it's a common thing. And 3 times I missed a triple by 1 pin here. bunkers are also getting dirty. That might be part of the problem, besides just general sucking. Fill with a spare. So that's a 54 half. With El Stinko the bonus ball. What will this be? Putnam Street didn't do Putnam Street things. 6 fill, the wood pile may be a good thing, depending if I can actually hit it right. That was not it. I wanted to hit on the left. Decent fill, decent frame of the nine. Balls would be going too. I forget, I usually do that around half time. Here we are, 3/4 of the way. Great. Crappy 5, but at least the game was decent. All right, so there's 2 sucky frames. That one obviously sucked, and that one sucked. The 2 in the last game killed it. Anyway, now we're at the point that we'll go the full distance, because if they all sucked, we still are within tap out range. All right, let's see. Yes. Oh yeah, I wanted you to see the number if it comes up. I did not think it went that low. Apparently that is, actually I think I said it, I think it's 50 to, I think 130. I thought it was 50 to 120, but then I saw 125 come up. Well, if I totally stunk and got my lowest score ever at Putnam Street, I could have won. Obviously, we want more than obviously, we want the two stinkers to be all there is. I want to see a tournament using only house balls. Oh, here, Gary, who owns the place, the green ones are underweight. They're old. No, it was the orange ones. The green ones are the newer ones. I believe the red and the green house balls, and I mean the red ones, not the orange ones, I believe those are actually competitive weight, which is 2.6 ounces, 2 pounds 6 ounces. 2 pounds 6 is the minimum that pros use. 2 sevens, which is what I'm using, is the maximum allowed. There are 2 5s, but those are usually house balls that are really cheap and you don't want those. And 2 4, they exist, but stay away from them like the Black Plague. So 2 6 or 2 7. Like I said, the balls I have, they're 2 pounds 7 ounces. That's similar to in 10 pin having a bowling ball. I think the pins in 10 pin are 4.5 pounds. That's similar to having a 10 pin ball that weighs almost 4 1/4. Because the pins here are 2.5 even. So the heaviest candlepin bowling ball cannot weigh any more than an ounce shy of the pin. Anyway, I'm going to clean the balls. The fact that it's game 10 and I'm doing that means that this place they've recently must have cleaned the ball returns. Usually I don't make it, usually around halfway we start having to clean them, maybe 7th game or so. Anyway, game number 10 for me, and me can't do math, 5 for you. Did better when I hit the leg. Held on for too long. 8 is great. There you go, kiddies. No matter what type of bowling, this is why you don't aim for the center. You aim for the pocket, and candlepin ever so slightly off the center. Now, in the land of Dennis Nuzzo, who used to be host of King of the Palace, you want to take the fewers and try to knock them into the more, because that extra pin in the back could cause a chain reaction. And a lousy 5. And the great collapse starts again. close. That barely, and I mean barely, stayed on. We have no replays in live. It didn't look like it dropped in, so 10. A little bit of Putnam Street action for 10. Middle finger for 9. And you're at the halfway point. 8, a lovely 5, a pair of 10s, and a 9. We are squeaking by with a 42. Oh. Matthew's coin and card collecting, hello. Got a $100 gift certificate to Putts from my cousins. Can't wait to see how fun it is. I might not be showing it too well, but this is a very easy place. In fact, according to the professionals that don't throw a hissy fit and call this place juiced, which it isn't. I've proven it on video multiple times. Anyway, it is known by far as the most legit fast house that there is, which is another term for very easy to score. In fact, when the pros are asked toughest and easiest places, toughest ran the gamut, easiest, 80% of them said Putnam Street. Anyway, you'll have fun. If you've never played before, it's going to help you score. And don't be embarrassed if you never played before. And this goes to anyone. If you come to an area that has Candlepin and you get 30 or 40 for the game, don't be embarrassed. That's normal. In fact, I've actually watched one guy who struggled to even hit double digits. His whole scorecard was like a binary sheet of zeros and ones. Every now and then he screwed up and got more than one. Then again, the guy was high on weed too, because he stunk to high heaven. It's all in fun. 30s and 40s, don't worry about them. Especially in a tough place. And speaking of, things fell apart quite a lot for me recently, so let's continue. Might be that I couldn't afford to keep doing this every week like I used to. Eight is great. And down the two to both sides. Helps keep it alive. Another niner. We need 4 to squeak it in. Of course. Nine it be. Yeah, I think. Well, we got an 85. Squeaked in the average skill set. Guess we're done that game. Well, if I stunk to high heaven, I could have won a free game. I'll take the 85 over stinking to high heaven. That's how I actually won the free game I got before. All right. Game 6 for you and 11 for me. I bowl pretty much every week. When I could, I did. Although when work picks up good enough again, can do it again. All right, frame 11. Welcome to Putnam Street. Start with a 10. I did not get robbed. I hit the wrong side of the pin. It wouldn't have went. Distance pin setters failed once in a while, but leaving it as a mechanical point system instead of putting in relays, they don't screw up like this that much. I mean, they would screw up once in a while. I'm waving her down. Oh, it seems to be bull no more. I wonder what's causing it to hang up. Gotta love relay logic.
What's that?
Gotta love relay logic.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, their pin setters will screw up once in a while, but since they kept their old fashion points, there's one thing that might be there's a new one. In fact, the guy is yeah, last time I went, they were all dead. Changed. The guy told me, no, they don't used anymore. Alrighty. Things reset. 10. Here we go. It's a second. Hey everybody, it's our friend Bob Caleri. The way things are going, probably not going to be easy to get rid of, but it is the easiest place to do it. And another lousy 7. And a halftime. 10, 7, 9, 8, 7. Again, barely alive at 41. I bowl pretty much every week, mostly at Wakefield or Metro. Wakefield I recommend. Metro, the guys, I think the guy that was running it when I was there retired, but I was treated like garbage there. In fact, the last game I played there, I aired my grievances. I'm not going back to that place ever again. But then I went to Sunnyside, and they were the opposite. They were very nice there. At some time, I would like to go back there. All right, let's continue. Finally a mark. Might be jinxing it since I mentioned it here and they, the bowling balls don't get an ego. I haven't told them, but we're going to do it anyway. El Stinko, the bonus ball. This can definitely lift the game up. I mean, it's okay now, but we can lift it up. We got a Putnam Street 7. But El Stinko stinks for the leave. And Curse of the Fill, the lousy 7. Although a 7 fill and a 7 ending. That's the best of Curse you can get. Welcome to Putnam Street. All right, this is that rare instance. The rule is if the wood is moving and you throw the ball is null and void. However, this is that rare moment I'm telling you. If the wood is still upon delivery, which it was, and then it moves, it still counts as good. So we get the spare. It was still when I released. So it's time for El Stinko the bonus ball, and that was a Putnam Street spare for sure. El Stinko is a week 4. Bowling God's middle finger for that. I need 2 points to hit smack dab middle of average skill. And end with a whimper for that game at 5. And all right, the front desk is making way because they're not used to doing this. They're contacting MGM Springfield. We know what they do if you remember. Sucked, of course. Sucked. But I got a 93. Thanks to at least one decent fill, and yeah, a weak fill that actually did help with a 9 frame. All right, I'm getting data. In fact, they were watching, so the stream is in from MGM Springfield. You hear it's a 2-1 that will just barely make it. That is, we'll just call it 80-89. 3-1 that we fail miserably, and this will be the 3rd stinker. 6-1, 90-99. 10-1, 100-110, and 75-1, 111-119. And they don't go higher. It's just assumed anything higher is 99-1. A&J. Aggie and Jenkins, hello. Final game. Game 12 for me, 7 for you. That's the first 5 is January's Watch Me Suck. All right, so let's see who wins the payday. is great. Lovely frame, which is not the worst frame we had today. Barely behind. I know this game's ending. Throw a good ball and then that happens. And we're ending on a sour note with a 6. And that's our halftime, which is pathetic. The great collapse continues. We got a 9-8, then 3-7-6. We're only at Larry Bird, so we need marks. Nothing else will work. Not what I wanted to happen, but at least I have a decent result. Eights are not cutting it. Middle finger, not cutting it. You know this is a lousy game because either the good ball leaves a horrible leave or it's dead action or both. Barely keeps us alive. We need all 10s or marks. Last 2 frames. Fail the mark, the game is over. Game is salvageable. All we need is 1 pin, and we've goose egged. So we don't know. 1 pin to barely squeak into the ball acceptance, and the bottom end of average skill. And that just pulled this garbage heap out of the dumpster. In fact, it's almost middle of average. Let's count the suckiness as we go along. Sucked hard. Nice ending, nice fill. Saved the day, 87. And let's see if our final chance here. Do we match? No, we don't. We needed a 101. Anyway, this is what I won last time, one of the free games. And I'm going to be cashing that one in. And yes, Arky says it best, yay to mediocrity. Because, yeah, that's pretty much my skill. And that'll be it. From Putnam Street Lanes, Fitchburg, Massachusetts, Georgia 551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one.